right kind. When you're not hungry for protection, love, community, when you feel like you belong, right? You're less likely to be out here doing anything reckless. That includes messing around with people intimately and y'all are not married, or y'all not even boyfriend and girlfriend, or y'all don't have a long ongoing situationship, like where y'all both benefit each other. You would never hear them put that in a song though. A person that feel better, that feel safe, that feel loved, that feel like they got a community, that feel like somebody care about them, that feel like they don't have to compromise. They don't even have to do anything unbecoming. They're less likely to go and do drugs and alcohol. They're less likely to be promiscuous. They're less likely to be out here doing things that's reckless or whatever. That's the reality, but you ain't never gonna hear nobody put that in a song. Because how can they hurt somebody's feelings rapping about that? That would take a little bit too much creativity. Rapping about somebody who is getting themselves together mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. And hey, maybe even financially. Even though that's an interesting subject when you a TI, and that's the one thing they didn't want you to have, which is why people joking about that is kind of corny, because it's like, come on now. It's the one thing we know that the powers that be don't want certain TIs to have. So it don't take much creativity to keep talking about that or broke jokes. I mean, it's a few things that they don't want you to have, but that's one of the main things they don't want you to have. The people that already know 2030 social credit system and just how they been feeling about certain types of people, right? Then a lot of these changes are not even scary. Also, I feel like they need people to be desperate and hungry because, well, for the jobs that's not being worked right now because the illegals are not around to work those jobs and AI hasn't caught up with those jobs yet. They need somebody to do those jobs. And that's just a theory. That's just a theory. But this been in the plan for a while to completely take away the social safety nets that Americans have. That been in plan for a while. That's why I think it's also interesting to see certain people mocking that and ha and kiki and that. And although my theory is some of the subliminal shade is really an indirect jab in my way, it's a lot of people that's about to be out here hurting because they wasn't expecting that. They didn't see that coming. They don't believe in growing food, or they don't even really know how to grocery shop. They don't know how to shop in ways that you can make prepared meals that'll last. And also too, there's talks that people might start ripping and running, and it might get so crazy you might see armed guards in every aisle at a supermarket. You might see military personnel at supermarkets. For the people that have been caught off guard and didn't see this coming. Some of us had a feeling that this was coming. It's called paying attention to history. It's called doing research. But I think it's interesting that some people would make jabs about people, now they making it harder for you to get certain social programs. Especially if you on a little hit list. And it don't take much to get on their hit list. As you can see, they cracking down on a lot of different people. And some of them don't have a controversial background. They could just be a dissenter, or they could just disagree with certain beliefs or ideologies. So I wouldn't laugh at that. I wouldn't laugh at that. Somebody might not like your political views or something else about you. You might not have a controversial background or whatever. We in a day and age where it don't take much. Where it don't take much. As you can see, freedom of speech ain't really free. Some people got a little bit more leeway than others though. And generally they not on this side of the hand. They generally also, it is what it is. They also tend to be conservative. So somebody got a little bit. Some people have a little bit more freedom of speech than others, as you can see. I'm not gonna get too specific, unless people been living under a rock. I think they know, like, where I'm going. People will say, "Oh, this person is a coward," or whatever, for not going out here and looking for smoke and looking for sauce. Like, I don't really know what the future holds, but a lot of this stuff is already written. Like I said before, some of this I'ma leave to God. Some of this I'ma leave to God. Also, reality have taught me not everybody see you as redeemable. Not everybody think, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody see you as you as a human being or whatever. Whatever. There's a lot of politics with that too. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I had a couple things I had to handle today. I actually woke up kind of tired. But I ain't gonna trip.